Kyetu Catalyst, a spark to ignite change.
Welcome back to the Kyetu Catalyst. Today, we're diving into a concept that flips an old insult on its head and turns it into something beautiful and empowering. Amateur hour. Remember when being called so JV or hearing, "What is this, amateur hour?" was meant to diminish your skills? We're giving those phrases a fresh and empowering spin. Let's revisit the root definition of amateur. From the Latin word amator, meaning love, an amateur is someone who loves doing what they do. So amateur hour will be the hour you dedicate to yourself to do the things you love. I'd love to say this is something you can give yourself every day, but let's be realistic. It's challenging for most of us to carve out that kind of time daily. But that's the goal, the ambition. And it's important to distinguish amateur hour from your morning or evening routines. This isn't about squeezing it into your breath work, gratitude practice, or journaling. Amateur hour is about spending an hour doing something you truly love, that you're passionate about. Think back to when you were a kid and you did tap lessons or played on the baseball team or took a pottery class on Saturday mornings. That's the kind of activity I'm talking about. Ideally, you'd have an hour every week or even every day in the long run. Remember when you were a dual income, no kids household? Or when you were single and you could lie in bed and read for an hour before sleep? Before cell phones and all the distractions, you'd get in bed and read a novel. That's the kind of amateur hour I'm advocating for. Maybe you love baking and could do it with friends and family. Amateur hour doesn't have to be a solo activity. The point is to return to the essence of what being an amateur means, doing something you love. It's not about identifying desires, ambitions, or purposes. It's about something you know you love from your past or something you do occasionally but don't commit to. Something that stirs deep love within you. Reading, walking on the beach, taking a hip hop class, a pottery class, anything dedicated entirely to you. The key is finding something that helps you achieve a state of flow. It's about engaging in an activity that captivates you, that you can lose yourself in, and that brings you immense joy and fulfillment. So take a minute now and grab your journals. Jot down a list of activities that you love, those that bring you pure joy. Reflect on times in your life when you felt happiest and most fulfilled. Which activities were you engaged in? Can you commit to dedicating 1 hour this week to one of those activities? Can you look at your calendar and schedule it now to make sure it happens? When you give yourself the gift of time to do what you love, to immerse yourself in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, you will light up your soul. Thank you for joining us on today's Kyetu Catalyst. Please share our podcast with family, friends, and in your social networks. You just might be someone else's spark to ignite change.
Kyetu, who do you think you are?